Hi! Hold on, let me get focused. Focus. Welcome to, my hair is growing out, it's going through the ugly stage. So deal with it, okay? I am. This is my baking show. I call it Hello Honaye. It is the first ever baking show that I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do, as any baker needs to do, is pull up the recipe. Any amateur baker, like me. So I need to go into my mail, and I need to type in cookies, because there is a cookie recipe that I will be following today from thechunkychef.com. Now, I should tell you that I have to throw these out because I made chocolate cupcakes that were delicious. I made them for my friend Kristen's 33rd birthday, and I made, from scratch. From scratch. I've been inspired by Nailed It and by all of these, you know, the Great British Baking Show. Gotta wash your hands because I have OCD. I can't imagine making food without first washing my hands. But I made these chocolate cupcakes with chocolate buttercream frosting. And then I posted a picture of them because I was very proud of them. And people pointed out that they looked like the poop emoji. And it was not my intention, but whatever, I'll take it. They were poop emoji cookies. Don't be a hater. Okay, I had to make some room. So I'll just put this up here because I'm working in a small kitchen. One person. Now the recipe calls for making 24 cookies. Ah! Stop it! Ah! Okay, but I'm single, I live alone, so 12 cookies is more than enough. And I've been on a diet, you know, because I'm 42 and my metabolism isn't what it used to be. And, yeah, so, okay. And more than like 1 or 2 cookies a day is just too much for me. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm making salted chocolate chip cookies, and I need to actually have my notes out too, because what I have to do, if you're cutting a recipe in half, is it's important to go through and then just figure out what half of all the ingredients will be. I know I'm acting like I'm saying something profound that isn't very profound, but welcome to my world, right? So let's see, it told me to get my butter and my egg to room temperature, so that has happened. And let's see. So it says add flour and baking soda to a mixing bowl and whisk for 15 seconds to incorporate and make them fluffy. Okay, so the flour, I need, first, let me take out, I can do this. I have some all-purpose flour right here. So first I need to do a half a cup, and then 2 tablespoons. Okay, we're going on this journey together. There's no need to be afraid. We're doing it together. I don't have a half cup. Oh, I do, but it's in there. So I'll just use quarter cups. So a half a cup is 2 quarter cups, right? Math, genius, PhD, Ragan Fox. So here's a quarter cup. Here's a half cup. And now I need to do my tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of flour. Now when I made my cookies, I did a little video, but I was so scared because all of this is really a science, right? And if you are talking, you can really F it up. But let me see, 2 tablespoons of flour. So whenever I read the instructions, I just have to, you know, pay attention to what I'm doing. So that's 1 tablespoon. That is 2 tablespoons. Done. The flour is done. That part's done. Okay, just let me make sure this isn't getting too hard. No, it's not. It's perfect. Just warming up. Okay, so next, I think it told me to also do the baking soda, but just let me make sure, because I don't want to mess it up. So the flour and baking soda. Yes. So for the baking soda, I have a teaspoon of baking soda. Put that away. Mix this out too. Use some sugar soon. A teaspoon of baking soda. Boom. Baking soda done. It's that easy, folks. Put it away. I'll put it over here. Okay. So it said flour, baking soda, whisk for 15 seconds to incorporate and make them fluffy. Fluff them. Fluff them. Add softened butter and both sugars. Okay, so this is what you have to do to soften butter. I learned this when I was making my brownies, or not brownies, my cupcakes. See, I don't even know the proper words to use, but whatever. So, what you want to do, you know what, I'm not even going to cut it into a cube. So what you want to do is, let it get to room temperature, that's great. Ah! Saved it. Now I have buttered, I have glazed pans. But it's okay. So you put it in a bag, like so. This is fine. This part's done. And then to soften your butter, you beat it as you would an unruly child, right? So you take it, and you take your little, this thing. Bad boy, bad kid, you are a bad kid. You didn't do as you were told, and you must learn a lesson. Bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. And see, it softens your butter. That's what it means when they say soften butter. An unruly child. I love it when car alarms go off on my street, because it's always like never attractive cars that have a car alarm. Okay, so it says, add the softened butter, which I'm about to do. Sometimes it can be difficult getting that butter out of the bag. Just come on, get out of there. I told you it was unruly. To the bowl, add softened butter and both sugars. Paddled attachment. I didn't even think about that. The paddled attachment. Hold on. What is the paddled attachment? Paddled attachment mixer. Yes, okay. Okay, so now I know. Now I know. That's the paddled attachment. I'm no Julia Child. Okay, I never said that. I never said that. Okay, so the paddled attachment. Okay. So I have the paddled attachment. So it said put both sugars. Add softened butter and both sugars. Beat with the paddle attachment for about 2 minutes until the mixture is smooth and fluffy. Okay, so now I just have to figure out which sugars I'm using. And one of them is a brown sugar and a granulated sugar. Okay. The Ragan Cooking Show. Hello, honey. Now, I get that hello, honey, from my very favorite podcast, which is the Yeast Radio podcast. My favorite personality, who is just awful to me, Cheryl Murkowski. She always says, hello, honey. Okay. So, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Here we go. 1/4 cup brown sugar. Done. The brown sugar is done. We've done that part. It's done. You can just cross that one off the list too. So what I have to do for this sugar is 2 tablespoons first. Okay. Tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. Ooh! Tablespoons. There's my dog though. You can't see him, but he's on the floor. Ground, whatever. And then 2 tablespoons of granule leaf, and then 3 teaspoons. Okay. Ah. 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. 3 teaspoons. Now my friend Corey Helms, he makes cookies. He calls them Corey's cookies. And I told him after I got my stand mixer, I was like, my goal is to put you out of business. Ragan's cookies will take over Corey's cookies and then close the whole thing down. Soften butter, both sugars, beat with a paddle attachment for 2 minutes until mixture is smooth and fluffy. Okay, doing it. I love this. This stand mixer was such a good investment. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I do, but I do. Look at the backsplash that I did to my wall. I did it all by myself. Ooh. Okay. So then I have to add egg and vanilla. Now this is going to get a little tricky because the original recipe calls for 1 full egg, okay? And the reason why I say this is where it gets a little tricky. Ah! Stop it! Is because when you half that, you only use half an egg. So how do you figure out what half an egg is? I don't know. You just have to kind of estimate it after it's broken. Do my egg now. Oh, God. So maybe the best way to do this would be to break it into a cup, right? And then just pour half the contents. I think that's a smart idea. Saying half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract smells like Robitussin. I remember having to take Robitussin when I was a kid, and I was always like, and my dad would sing to me that Mary Poppins song, just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Add flour, half the mixture at a time, beating on low speed until just combined after each addition. Don't overmix or your cookies won't be soft and tender. Oh, no pressure, right? Things are about to get high stress now. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. I was supposed to do the wet stuff together and then the dry stuff. Oops. Nailed it. Should I start over? Oops. Well, we'll just go with this batch and we'll call it a learning thing. So now I need to do chocolate chips. Add chocolate chips to the mix. So I've done that. 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. 3/4 of 1. And next time I know. So let's say that these end up being terrible too. Then I'll make another batch. Probably on Monday. They'll be my Martin Luther King Jr. cookies, right? Because it is MLK Day, excuse me, on Monday. So, And it says mix it together with a wooden spoon, I think. Right? Why does it have to be a wooden spoon? Blah, blah, blah. Mix together with a wooden spoon. Well, I don't have a wooden spoon, but I have this. And it's wood. I mean, it does, I have to say, it does look like cookie dough. See? I mean, it really does. Oh, shut up with your car alarm. So annoying. It's just the universe rubbing it in my face that I didn't separate the dry and the wet. It smells good. It smells like cookie dough. Shut up! I love baking. It's so peaceful. Shut up! Cover bowl and chill for at least 30 minutes. It's just part of my OCD where I feel like I have to get every little bit off of here so I have more cookie, right? Okay. So that part is done. Now I need to just cover this, which I'm sure I can just use some saran wrap, for 30 minutes. And this is what I'm going to do, because obviously you don't want to be here for 30 minutes while this cools in the refrigerator. And then you don't want to stick around while it's baking for another 12 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll take pictures and I'll let you know how they tasted, even though I kind of may have messed them up. Timer, 30 minutes. And that was my very first episode of Hello Honey. I hope it wasn't a complete disaster and bore. I'm going to try baking something new. My goal is to bake something new every week. And why not chronicle it here in my small, tiny kitchen. Thank you for tuning in. That's it. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed it. Now get out. Leave.